I'm Captain Chuck Dyer, and today I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about our redesigned website for the FedEx MEC. Joining me for that discussion is Captain John Cardacci. John, one of the things I've noticed right away here is that everything is brought forward onto the home page, much easier to get in and find the information you want with this new design. And one reminder I'd like to give our guys before we really get into what's in this site is that if they will bookmark, fdx.alpa.org, vicealpa.org, it will take them straight to this page and save a few clicks to getting to this information. So hopefully, the guys will do that. This new design, it looks a great deal like a smartphone now with icons, and it's broken into several categories. And the first one I see here is the contract category, and under that I see one for negotiations update. Can you share anything with our guys about that?
Yes, Chuck, first I want to say that this was a huge effort taken on by Chris Lee. He did a wonderful job making it easy for our pilots to access important information. And one of those tiles is going to be negotiating update for our members to follow what's going on with negotiations.
Okay, and right next to that I see the CBA FAQ icon. What exactly is under the facts?
Right. The CBA, it stands for Frequently Asked Questions, and it's the questions that our contract enforcement team gets most asked. And what we wanted to do is provide a way for our members who have a problem on the line during off hours to go ahead and search and see if the problem is listed. It's in a Q&A form, and if they find their problem, they can get the answer and better resolve the problem on the line during off-duty hours.
Adjacent to that's a travel section, and under there I see the Pass Writer and Jump Seat Finder icons. What can you share with me about Pass Writer?
Pass Writer is a tool that our commuters could use to find flights going from, let's say for me, going from Newark to Memphis. And it will list all the airlines and the times that those airlines are departing. And it's an easy way to find travel needs. Jump Seat Finder accesses our national jump seat list, and it'll give the pilots all the jump seats available to them to get to work.
Okay, and as a reminder, when anyone takes a look at this, they'll see there are other icons under these sections. We're just kind of brushing on some of the highlights here. The scheduling section below that has one for disputed pairings. Would you like to speak to that?
Yes, that'll give our pilots the disputing pairings for the current month and next month.
Under the scheduling icon, I also see the PIREP icon. What can you tell me about PIREP?
The PIREP icon allows our members to give feedback back to the scheduling committee, so this way they can know if there's any problems on the line.
Yeah, and I hear all the time from our scheduling committee guys that these PIREPs are really important to them, and they really do want to encourage our guys to take advantage of that and give them the feedback.
Sure, they can't fix what they don't know about.
Exactly. The next section over is the pilot services, and one of the icons I see there really resonates with me as I've watched this over the last 3 or 4 years. Is the Textcaster program, and as that program's developed, it's gotten more useful, and it's gotten more and more various options for our guys to access the information they want. Can you tell our guys what our intention is with Textcaster, why we would like them signed up for it?
Sure, and I believe every one of our members needs to sign up for that today. Not only does it give us reminders of bid openings and closings, it's also going to be used by our security team to alert our crews of any security issues that may arise while they're flying across the pond.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing about it. Monthly, I get thank you letters from guys for Textcaster because it saved them from missing vacation bids, benefit sign-up deadlines, other things that they would have forgotten, in the course of the day. And I think most of us can appreciate how that happens. The other things under pilot services probably worth mentioning here is the layover gouge site. And layover gouge site was developed by First Officer Chris Wright. It's been out there for a couple of years now. A lot of people have accessed that site and added information to the various cities that we serve. I want to remind guys that it's there, and I also want them to know that this is dependent upon their inputs. The house was built, that's the layover gouge site, but to actually furnish it, we need the guys to go in there and give information. And you can put things in there such as how the best way is to get from the airport to the hotel, restaurants, pubs, attractions in the local area, just about anything that you get out there on the ground and you find a good way to take care of something. That site is there. It's all Google mapped. When you go to the particular city, icons show up where all these entries are. I think it's a very useful site, and I know a lot of our guys are finding it that way. The other thing I see here under this is the classified ads. And I'd remind our guys of that also. If you're coming down here for training or you need to be down here with a crash pad, a lot of our guys who have crash pads list them in that classified ad area. Jumping from there, John, let's go down to the reference area because there's one that jumps right out at me. It's a recent addition. Here is the YouTube icon. What can you tell me about that?
Chuck, we developed our own custom YouTube channel. It will play the videos of the union and it will allow our members to access it worldwide.
Yeah, and that is the beauty of it. And as a reminder, obviously our past videos will be there as well as current. So our guys, it's actually a channel dedicated to us and our needs. And I would encourage the guys also, if they're using these things and they have ideas about how these things can be improved, to please get in touch with us and let us know. Below the reference area, we come down into the administrative area, and there I see an email update and an address update icon. Why are those important?
That's important because the needs of our crew force change, and if somebody moves or that they have a new email address, we need to know that so that we can keep in constant contact with our members. And they can sign up on that particular icon to do that.
Good enough. And also down there is the PAC icon. What would you like to say about that?
Well, that's a one-step easy sign-up for our pilots to join the PAC, and it allows them to have their funds deducted from their paycheck in an easy manner. Very simple.
Okay, good enough. And I think we all can appreciate how important it is to defend the profession in the legislative arena. So
absolutely.
I'd like to jump back for just a second here. Back under the pilot services area, there is a seniority crystal ball icon. What's that about?
That will allow our pilots to look into the future and see what their seniority will be years down the road, all the way up to the time they retire.
Okay, so just kind of a fun thing to take a look at and see where you'll be. John, another thing I see here related ultimately to the seniority crystal ball program we just discussed is in the administrative section there's a icon for retirement seminars. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, Chuck, that icon will allow our members to go ahead and sign up for the retirement seminars. It's a first come, first served basis. It'll show the dates and times of the seminars, and it's best if you come to one at age 55 and then again within 2 or 3 years of retirement. Okay,
good advice. And John, thanks a lot for helping out with this today. Teach you guys out there, I'd like to encourage you to take a few minutes to access this website, bookmark the address, press a few buttons while you're in there, or activate some of these icons and some of these apps and see what's there. I think you'll find some useful items there. And to that end, I want to remind you once again, as always, stay informed and stay engaged.